Very good evening. I'm Aditi Lamba coming to you from a remote location in New York City. Welcome to tonight's Vision of Asia South Asian News segment. This is our ongoing report on the coronavirus pandemic. Nearly 100,000 people have died from the novel coronavirus in the United States, with now more than 1.6 million cases. Top infectious experts say that the country could potentially have a vaccine by December. Nearly all of the 50 U.S. states have taken steps to relax lockdown measures. Parts of the nation are now reporting an increase of infections and are highlighting the risk of a new wave of outbreak. Again, we urge all our viewers to maintain social distancing and continue protecting yourself and others around you. From face masks to gloves, this is our new normal. Today, the governor of New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo, said that here in New York City, the government will now focus on reopening New York's economy, but again stressed on the importance of social distancing and state guidelines. Governor Cuomo also noted that overall hospitalizations and intubations are currently down in the state. While this is happening, organizations and entities across the nation are giving back to the one in need. If your association is helping in COVID-19 relief, connect with us on events@itvgold.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Much tonight on non-profit contributions during the pandemic, along with ITV Gold exclusive featuring Bollywood playback singer Shibani Kashyap and Chef Mani Chauhan. Here are the headlines. Indian-American chef Mani Chauhan on food industry and journey, Nashville, Tennessee. Lions Club donates food to homeless shelter, COVID-19 relief efforts, New Jersey. Indian playback singer Shibani Kashyap on COVID-19 relief efforts and music, New Delhi, India. Time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. Come right back to us. And welcome back. I'm Aditi Lamba and this is Vision of Asia, special report on the coronavirus pandemic. Today, the world count of COVID-19 cases topped 5.5 million cases with at least 348,000 deaths. In the United States, it is approaching 100,000 deaths with at least 1.6 million cases, with issues of economy, healthcare, and food insecurities impacting minority communities. With that, fighting the problem of hunger in New Jersey, members of the Lions Club came together practicing social distancing to help community in need at a homeless shelter. The event saw food packaging and distribution of meals to help food insecurity due to COVID-19 and to ensure that the most vulnerable have access to food during this pandemic. Here is Lions Club New Jersey's chapter's COVID-19 relief efforts.
This is Mahesh Chitnis from Lions Clubs International. We are here in the family homeless shelter in Edison, Oznan. We are here to give them prepared food, the sub sandwiches and the other stuff that goes along with that, chips and apple and so many stuff for them to feed themselves tonight. Lions Club International and some of our clubs here, we are doing this feeding for last 4 weeks. We feed up around 300 people every week. And the importance of that in today's world is with the COVID, these people are really suffering. Many of them have lost their homes, they have become homeless, and they have hardly anything to eat. So we are here to support them and making sure that they don't sleep hungry. Thank you.
नूडल्स के सैंडविच में सब डालना है. हेलो.
Today we served the homeless people and gave them a meal. During these unprecedented times, it's key to, come together and serve. And this is what we're doing. And Lions has provided a great opportunity for all of us to come together and just give back to the community in these tough times.
And today we did food service, and Lions are always there where the community needed, and serving homeless and serving needy people is our first priority. And today we serve almost 60 plus sandwiches and other food stuff, and it is really a satisfactory service during this COVID time.
हाँ, मैं सुनील दुबे हूँ। मैं एडिसन विजनरी लायंस क्लब का मेंबर हूँ और यहाँ पर हम लोग कुछ खाना वगैरह डोनेट करने के लिए आए हैं। हमने करीब 54 बैग्स जो है वो डोनेट किए हैं खाने के, और जो कुछ भी हम लोगों से बन पड़ रहा है वो हम सब लोग कर रहे हैं।
We have now another segment of our recent conversation featuring Indian-American celebrity chef Mani Chauhan. Popular judge on Food Network's Chopped and many prominent television shows, Chef Mani Chauhan is one of the most notable Indians in the food industry and in the United States, with very proud of her South Asian heritage and its influence. Chef Chauhan spoke to us wholeheartedly about her journey, recognitions, and passion for food. She also gave her take on the impact of coronavirus on the restaurant industry, expressing hope for some normalcy in the near future and urged all to stay safe and healthy. Here is Chef Mani Chauhan. Where are your hopes lying in the next couple of weeks? Where you are located, the areas are reopening, so the restaurant services will increase. What are you foreseeing and what are you focused on that?
Right now, I think our primary focus as a company has always been the safety of our team and the safety of our guests. That's paramount, right? That is something that we cannot compromise on. In Nashville, the restaurants have opened last week. We haven't. We're going to continue doing curbside for at least another 2 weeks. We need to get better data before we open up. And we've started figuring out ways on how we are going to mitigate the risk, which is, the risk is there. As soon as we open the door, the risk is there. So I think that's what we are working on right now, be it coming up with menus which are smaller, which are much more precise. The fact that each and every menu that we are going to give people is going to be disposable, or the fact that we're also having, this is where all amazing ideas come, right? You're coming up with an app that people can see and they can say. So there is a lot, which is brewing under the calm surface, but we have to think 10 steps ahead. And up till now, what has happened with COVID is we all sit, we have a discussion, we figure out what route we are taking, what plan we are taking, and then all of us are driving home where there's a text which comes up where we realize that what we have decided is all scrapped and we have to get back to the drawing board and start from ground level again. So I think just to have the adaptability and the flexibility to change direction at the drop of the hat, I think which is very important.
This was such great perspective and also such positive energy for the restaurant industry. I want to wish you the best as you continue, making your way around restaurant industries so that the people can try your amazing food. Which reminds me, we have to discuss your amazing food journey while I have you here on ITV Gold. Chef Chauhan, you come from Punjab and you're really proud of your Punjabi heritage, and you've truly assimilated, that food and that cuisine into the American food industry. So I have to ask you, where is this passion for food driven from? And are you feeling very creative these days?
So simple. The passion of the food is derived from my passion of eating. I've always loved eating. I did grow up, I was born in Punjab, but I grew up in eastern India in a small town called Ranchi. My dad was an engineer, and the fun part about growing up in that town was that there were people from all over India. So I would have dinner at home, and then go to my neighbors' houses and tell them, Auntie, Mom and Dad haven't given me food to eat, so can I eat with you? But to me, the most fascinating part was I got a glimpse of the vastness of Indian cuisine by living in this really small town. And that is something which till date is really, really fascinates me. The creativity aspect of what I do has always been in the forefront of anything that I do, because the creativity fuels my passion. The creativity has been on an all-time high, be it because I am trying to connect with people, relate with people in terms of, like on my IGTV, telling people how to cook Indian sauces, or how to demystify Indian food, because everybody's like, oh my God, Indian food, curries, it's so difficult. No, it isn't. You can make it at home. And then bread baking, and how to get a little bit of, desi twist to whatever I'm doing. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I say this with so much humility. You are the face for Indian food in the US entirely, especially with your massive name attached to Food Network. When you look back at this journey, why was it so important for you to, celebrate your culture and have that food be represented, basically normalized in American food? You have a very unique take upon food and the way it's displayed. I want to know, why did you want to do it in that manner?
It was really interesting. When I started on my food journey, I always wanted to be a baking and a pastry chef. I never ever thought of doing Indian food, because I had grown up surrounded by Indian food, and it was there's a Hindi saying that ghar ki murgi dal barabar.
Yeah.
So to me, it really wasn't, it wasn't something which was special, right? I took it as an everyday thing. I took it as a very mundane thing, till the time I came over here to America to go to the CIA, which, by the way, is the Culinary Institute of America, before you think I'm anything more interesting than a chef. And over there, I was the only Indian on campus for the better part of 18 months.
Wow.
And in between, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, a lot of people had never had Indian food. Small town in upstate New York, Hyde Park. Found the one Indian restaurant to go over there, and there was that $8.95 all-you-could-eat buffet with so much oil on it. And I took a bite, and everybody's like, And I'm like, no, this is not Indian food, because what we grew up was 3 fresh cooked meals a day. Every Sunday, my dad and I, we would go to the Sabzi Mandi, which is the farmer's market over here, right? Carrots you could only get in December. So, I mean, everything that was a trend over here: farmer's market, seasonal cooking, local farmers. We grew up with that, right? And I think, to me, that's when the switch happened. When I realized how proud I was of where I was from, how proud I was of the diversity and the richness of Indian food, and I really wanted the world to know about it.
It's time for the short break on Vision of Asia. Voice of the Community will be back shortly. Welcome back. This is Vision of Asia Coronavirus Pandemic Special Report, and I am Aditi Lamba. We have now an ITV Gold exclusive featuring Indian playback singer Shibani Kashyap on COVID-19 relief efforts and the Indian music industry. Earlier today, Shibani Kashyap joined us for a virtual conversation from New Delhi, India, discussing various digital concerts as well as fundraisers for coronavirus relief efforts, supporting several Indian non-profits. Discussing the plight of Indian migrant workers and saluting all the frontline, Shibani urged all to do their part and help community in need. Also highlighting her latest music as well as collaborations, she spoke on creating content during this pandemic through a digital medium. Here is singer Shibani Kashyap. I just wanted to ask you, there's so many changes happening with the music industry, and a lot of this digital space is being explored, a lot of creative energy is being there. What are some of the challenges that currently you're facing, and in terms of creating all this content, and how do you perhaps hope that you're going to overcome these challenges?
So to begin with, I think now I'm realizing, which I never needed it, I'm realizing that I need my own home studio setup.
Right.
I think every artist, every singer must have that. It's not too complicated. it's just having one professional mic which goes into your sound card and which is obviously hosted in your laptop computer, and that is needed because if I need to send my professional recorded voice, so up until now I've been sending it on the phone. There are some very nice apps on the phone which we've been managing with that till now.
Right.
But for a longer time, I really feel that I need a studio, and I've been I'm trying to order something through Amazon. I've found what I really need. So hopefully it should come soon as all the deliveries start, because Amazon had stopped delivering to India.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so because here the lockdown was quite strict, but now I think they've started the delivery. So I hope that I will be in action and very self-reliant at home and have all of this, because you need all of that. Because I used to just go hire a studio, record my song,
Right.
hire the musicians, work with music producers, blah blah blah, and I used to just focus only on my art, that I'm a singer, I'm a composer, and I just need to go to this space and work there. But now everything has to happen from your own space, your own home. So you need to be very, very self-reliant. So there's a lot of research which is going on how one can actually better the technology, so that we can also give people a much better quality of sound and quality of visuals and everything.
दूरियां बढ़ाना, नजदीकियां घटाना, social distancing, बार-बार hand washing, social distancing, बार-बार hand washing करते रहना, कोरोना को है हराना, डर को भगाना, कोरोना को है हराना, डर को भगाना।
प्यार में ना घूमो यूं बाहर तुम, औरों के बारे में सोचो तुम जरा सा, ये बेवकूफी और ना अब झेली जाएगी, पुलिस तुमको यूं ही डंडा लगाएगी।
Go Corona go, go go Corona go,
कोरोना को कोरोना को
go Corona go, go go Corona go, go Corona go, go Corona go.
Definitely. And then that's quite an interesting aspect to, sort of bring up, is even us here who are used to studio life, we've had to manage basically in makeshift studios, and it takes a lot to be self-reliant, and it's made us all also think that, we probably need something on the side to help us out as well, to be able to create content. Shivani, it was so great having you here on ITV Gold. I would just love for you to address the community right now, perhaps on the COVID relief efforts, how perhaps you think we could contribute and how they should contribute according to you. I think that'd be great.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Address who?
Address the community. If you could address the community on the COVID relief
Community,
efforts.
yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
How you think we should all contribute? All of us, we are quarantining, but as you can tell, there's a lot of ways to raise funds. There's a lot of ways to contribute. What's your message out to the audience for that?
So I just want to tell everyone that whatever you can do in your power, in your capacity, go out there and do it, because every little thing counts. Every little action of yours will count. I think we're in a much better place, all of us. Trust me on this. We're in a much better place, sitting in the comfort of our homes, binging on all the series and television, and eating our experimental food every day. Everybody's turned into chefs, as we all know, right? Because everybody's experimenting with different kinds of cuisines and cooking up and all of that. But let's think about those people, the people who are working on the front line. I think they are warriors. They're Corona warriors, and we really need to do something for them. So here in India, we've got these fundraising concerts, and I did something for the police also recently, and I performed for them, because I really felt that when you actually go out of your house or you just glance from the window, you can see that the police is patrolling at regular intervals. They're out there, they're checking, they're taking the risk of actually contracting COVID. And so many of them have actually contracted the disease, and some have even come back to duty after recovering. So look at their courage, look at their selflessness. So I would just say that if you can donate something for these people, and especially for the poor, the homeless and the needy, I would say the daily wage earners, wherever you can find any kind of organization which is helping to do this, just do your little bit, do your bit, whatever you can do. Trust me, at this point in time, it'll be you'll get so much a blessing from these people, because they really need it. They all just either some of them are dying of the disease, or some of them are just dying hungry. So it's quite a pitiable situation. So let's do something for these people, and I think at the end of the day, you will feel really nice.
Yeah, that was such a positive message again, Shivani. Thank you so much for your time here on ITV Gold. I have to ask you, would love to hear a few lines from you. You know,
Sure.
Joining us all the way from New Delhi, so we have to hear something. But thank you again for your time.
Let me sing a song. I'll sing Zinda Hoon Main, which is a song which I've been getting a lot of requests to sing, because at this point in time, people are really, we should really celebrate the fact that we are alive and kicking. Let me sing a few lines on that. Maut sharminda जिस्म जहां सब जिंदा है, हवा कफ्न है, सांसें दफन है, मिट्टी मिट्टी है, सब जिंदा हूँ मैं किसके लिए? Yes, I'm alive. जिंदा हूँ मैं किसके लिए? Yes, I'm alive.
And this wraps up our show for the night. Remember to send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook at ITV Gold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight from a remote location in New York City. This is Vision of Asia, and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.